The short answer to educators' questions about if they can engage translanguaging pedagogy in classrooms teaching to the Common Core, the short answer is a resounding yes, that translanguaging strategies not only can but should be used with any curricula, including those that are aligned to the Common Core. As educators, we expect policies and standards to change, and as these things come, and that these things will come and go. But the Translanguaging Guide for in-curriculum and instruction shows how translanguaging can be seamlessly integrated into whatever curricula that you're using. It just requires thoughtful and careful planning. The reality is that emergent bilinguals do translanguage in their daily lives, and the theoretical basis for this work is grounded in new understandings about bilingualism coming from fields such as applied linguistics, neurolinguistics, and psycholinguistics, which posit that the minds of bilinguals function differently from those of monolinguals. Out of this scholarship, there's been a movement away from language constructs in which language is perceived as static and fixed with rigid boundaries, and instead recognizes how bilinguals think and use their languages in very interconnected ways. The language practices of emergent bilinguals are fluid, dynamic, and complex, and it's essential that rather than constricting spaces in schools for students' home language practices, that those practices be seen as a resource in instruction. In schools where translanguaging is not only acknowledged or recognized, but actually as a communicative norm of bilinguals, which it is, but where those practices are truly embraced. The work then of educators is to carefully plan for translanguaging to best meet the needs of their emergent bilingual students. Because in doing so, it ensures that these students can also meet the Common Core standards and navigate the corresponding Common Core curricula, or really any standards and curricula in ways that will honor the students' language practices. So for us, this is grounded in one of the non-negotiable principles of CUNY-NYSIEB, that bilingualism is to be seen as a resource in instruction. This means that whatever kind of program structure a school has in place, if it's an English-only program, if the school offers English as a second language, or if they offer bilingual education, whatever else it may be, that the dynamic home language practices of emergent bilingual students are leveraged as a crucial instructional tool, and to the greatest extent possible, nurtured and extended. The entire linguistic repertoire of emergent bilinguals is to be used flexibly and strategically in instruction. So for us, translanguaging as pedagogy is really about valuing emergent bilingual students' cultures and their identities and their language practices, their bi- or multilingualism. So to do so, in this series of short videos that follow, we introduce to you Translanguaging in Curriculum and Instruction, a CUNY-NYSIEB guide for educators.